Hey guys, hope y'all doing good today. So today we're going to cover a token that's part of the real world asset space, RWA, and I think it's going to revolutionize the way we interact with the physical world and the actual physical products that are sold. So one of those is uranium. Now, uranium is one of the things I'm most bullish on aside from gold and silver. It's an asset that is constantly increasing in demand and decreasing in supply. So Uranium3o8 is actually a protocol that is tokenizing uranium and bringing it onto the blockchain. So today we're going to cover their doc, their white paper, as well as when they're launching so that you can actually get exposure to this and find out how you can redeem for real world uranium. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So if you're not following them on Twitter, it's at Uranium3o8. I'm actually going to link it in the description and pin it in the comments. But basically, they have a lot of posts about when they're going to launch. And also, you have a couple other posts by Uranium Insider saying that, hey, spot uranium is about to go up, buckle up. And obviously, a lot of other things that show the bullishness of uranium. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at their deck. So you can see here, it'll be the U token, which will bring transparency, accessibility, and efficiency to the traditionally opaque uranium market. Okay. So here it says uranium is a vital resource for a clean energy future. The International Atomic Energy Agency expects that nuclear power demand will double by 2050, creating a constructive backdrop for the price of uranium. Okay, now this is just one of many advantages that uranium will have in the market. And there's also a couple big Twitter accounts that have posted about uranium a couple months back. And for those who don't know what uranium is, basically plays a big role in everything such as the primary fuel for nuclear power plants. Also, its, development of nuclear weapons, and then also the ability to generate electricity, providing a significant source of low carbon power. So again, it is very, very good in that producing a large amount of energy while providing a low carbon footprint. So you can see here on carbon emissions, the emissions of nuclear power are similar to wind and lower than all types of solar. So you can see here the grams of CO2 equivalent per kilowatt hour. You have coal, biomass, natural gas, solar PV roof, geothermal, and then all the way down, even below hydropower, is nuclear. Okay, so nuclear is very, very low in the consumption of carbon emissions. And you can see here, more energy, lower emissions. So 1 pound of uranium-3o8 actually produces the least amount of CO2 equivalent emissions per gigawatt hour. You can see equivalent 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas, 149 gallons of oil, or 1 ton of coal. So again, you are getting the most bang for your buck by using uranium. That's why a lot of people are transitioning over to it. Now you have market dynamics. So I mentioned the nuclear power plants around the world require uranium as a fuel source, but again, through global issues, that supply is decreasing while that demand is increasing because of low carbon sources and the transfer to more green energy solutions. So that's why you have this constraint. And when demand is increasing and supply is decreasing, what does that mean? Price increases accordingly. So you can see here, as of 2023, if that demand increases and the primary production decreases, you have that huge supply gap by 2040. So getting ahead of that right now and getting exposure to uranium is actually something that the U token is aiming to provide. And you can see here the historical spot price of uranium. So in 2007, at peak bull market, you had uranium at a price of $135. And right now it's just sitting above 60, around $70. So again, there is still a lot of upside, and that's not even taking into account the lowering of supply and rising in demand coming towards the future. So why the U token? Okay, well, first of all, you have the asset diversification. So they enable asset diversification by providing the opportunity to gain exposure to one of the world's most critical resources while keeping your assets on chain. I'm going to talk about asset redemption, exactly how you can redeem your uranium for physical uranium, and then as well as there is no fees, okay, aside from your standard DEX fees or your Ethereum gas fees. Now here, 1 U token equals 1 pound of uranium-3o8 immutably. So this is where that RWA real world asset tie comes into play. So you have, again, each token providing 1 pound. So you actually gain exposure to the traditional commodities market by not having to physically buy it on that market and instead buy it via the blockchain. And then here, the go-to market strategy. So again, you have resource mining companies, you have energy hedge funds, energy infrastructure companies. The customers are the crypto enthusiasts and the speculators. So again, you have that tie from the crypto market while not being engaged physically in the commodity market. Now, talking about the team is a lot of experienced people, okay? You have mixed professionals, experience in TradeFi, DeFi, and FANG industries, and which also have experience in investment banking, data science, Web3 development, institutional finance, asset management, compliance, legal, and strategic marketing. And then their resource team partner is Madison Metals. I'll talk more about these team members in a second, but you can see here they have ties to all of these different companies, as well as the collaborating. So here we have Chainalysis, which is part of forensics, Fireblocks, which takes control of infrastructure, and then Madison Metals, which provides ties to those resources of the physical uranium. So let's actually go into that. So Madison Metals, okay, they have, this is Nambia provides 10% of the world's uranium supply, and it's growing, long history of uranium mining and supportive of new development. Again, they have forward sales agreements, and then they have experience management and world-class assets. So Madison Metals is very, very keen on investing in the future of clean energy, which uranium, again, is the leader in that, as we saw in the chart prior. So again, Madison Metals is very, very experienced in the space, and that is a big reason why Uranium3o8 team did partner with them. Now, blockchain forensics, so for Chainalysis, again, they are the investigation software that connects cryptocurrency transactions to real-world entities. So again, this is what's helping keeping your security there. And then Fireblock is the simplest and most secure way to work with digital assets. So they provide a suite of applications to manage digital asset operations and a complete development platform to build your business on the blockchain. So again, they are trusted by 1,800 of the world's most leading organizations. So you can see that Uranium3o8 team did their research when they partnered with each of these different companies. Now, let's go on and cover the white paper, okay? So white paper was published September of this year from the team directly. So again, their mission, what they're about, establishing a transparent and liquid market for uranium trading and price exposure. You're going to promote that asset diversification by granting your access to RWA on chain. You're going to have disintermediate third-party brokers that take advantage of opaque market characteristics, provide a secure means by which eligible institutions can take on delivery of physical uranium. And then again, educating the crypto community on the benefits of nuclear energy and advocating for that net zero carbon future, which a lot of people are pushing as of late. So now let's go into the tokenomics here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide the icons. So here's how their tokenomics and how the tokens are distributed. Now, first of all, the ecosystem and treasury is gonna give 18%. Okay, so treasury is focused on the future technical development. They're gonna engage in partnership opportunities, executing the treasury management, negotiating centralized exchange listings, and other future expenditures deemed necessary by the team. And then the team is getting 20% of the allocation, which is going to have a 3-month initial cliff, followed by 21 months of linear pro rata vesting. So again, they are locking their tokens for a long time. Then you have 50% to the resource partners, but that is going to be via a 6-month initial cliff, followed by 18 months of linear vesting to represent a 24-month vesting period in total. So again, these are a lot of tokens, but they are being locked up for a long amount of time, so it won't affect the actual investors. Then you have 1% going to initial LP incentives, so given to those who provide liquidity to the Uranium3o8 tokens market. You have 3% market making. You have 3% community investments, which are going to contribute via code contributions and sponsoring in-person and virtual events, local community donations, etc. And this is the big one here. Initial sale, you have 5%. Now, initial circulating supply is going to be 1 million tokens, but the total supply is going to be 20 million tokens, representing the 20 million pound contract with Madison Metals. So first they had that pre-sale, which was 100,000 tokens. You have 50% discount for a 1-month lockup, all the way to a 6-month lockup for a 35% discount. Then you have the public sale, which gave a 0% discount and a 2-week lockup, and then all the way to a 6-month lockup for a 30% discount. Then you have the IDO, which is going to be November 21st at 12 p.m. EST. Again, this was based off their Telegram, so this could change, but as of now, this is the date and time set for 650,000 tokens. So you can see here, it is a very, very generous distribution as far as the amount of time they have for their lockups and the discounts they give to their investors. Okay, so that's something great to see with the team. Now, next, let's go over the redemption. So I mentioned the redemption for physical uranium. So it's facilitated by Madison Metals. It requires a minimum of 20,000 U tokens equal to 20,000 pounds of uranium and subject to multiple requirements. So again, there is a lot of requirements. As you know, physical uranium is something not to be played around with. And then if you have more info, it's going to go to the Uranium website. So uranium3o8.com/redemption. So you can go there and it'll answer any questions you have. But again, that goes into detail in their white paper if you want to exactly know what is required for redeeming that uranium. Now, another thing is expanding access. So the token aims to bring liquidity to the uranium market by breaking down the barriers to entry and making it possible for a greater number of participants to buy or sell uranium in tokenized forms. So it enables a lot of small trades to take place regularly, replacing that traditional large and frequent transactions that have defined the uranium market so far. So again, expanding that access. Then you have a list of potential integrations, last but not least. So you have collateral for loans, yield farming, derivatives, insurance, and stable coins. So again, all of these can be provided from the uranium token. So again, a lot of these are potential opportunities for the future. So it's something good to see that they can expand that and take advantage of uranium being on chain. So I know that was a lot of info. And again, you can watch the video again to get the specifics. But if you had any questions on Uranium3o8, they do have it on their website. So uranium3o8.com/FAQ. And then if you want to contact them, you have their contact at uranium3o8.com, or again, go to their website, uranium3o8.com. So hopefully this video helped y'all out exactly what Uranium3o8 is, their token. Again, launching on November 21st at 12 p.m. EST. Definitely excited for this. Again, they're trying to get into that RWA space, which is a space that is going to be very, very big in the future, in my opinion. And uranium is just on the forefront of that as we go towards cleaner energy for the future as well. So if you guys had any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I appreciate all of y'all watching. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, see ya.